Oh, living in this dunya to the believer is a prison. Living in this dunya to the believer is a prison. Living in this dunya to the believer is a prison.
Message from Sunnahfollowers. This is from Sheikh Saleh. We need to unite. Sisters, wear your hijab, wear your beards, be proud of your beards. Stay home, stay in your home. Stand up, unite, and stand for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
That's right, Saleh. We all should stand up in solidarity, not transgressing the limits of Allah, but standing together with patience and understanding. This is Sunnahfollowers.
With dignity, humility, and balance.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Listen, we are in dire need of donations to keep these shows running and available for you 24/7. So that means when you're in the car, it's available for you to listen to. Whether you're at work, streaming, playing a game, it's available for you to listen to. Rowing your deed and learning about the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful different topics of Islam. Listen, one of the heaviest deeds that could be placed on your scale on the Day of Judgment is Sadaqah Jariyah. Yes, I know, I'm trying to build deeds daily. So you can too. So listen, feel free, and please, from the bottom of your heart, donate to this wonderful cause, wonderful website and platform to continually push out shows that will benefit you and the Muslim Ummah. Yes, you can donate by going to the SunnahFollowers.net website, pressing the Donate tab. You can also scan the QR code in YouTube on the far left top of our videos that are streaming. Listen, guys, this is very important, and take this as important. We want to keep this programming available for you 24/7 so that you have access in your car, anywhere you choose to tune in to this wonderful programming. Yes, guys, it's all at your disposal. So listen, feel free to donate. Once again, remember, Sadaqah Jariyah, one of the heaviest deeds on your scale on the Day of Judgment. Hey, I got a couple questions for y'all. The first one, who is your Lord? What is your religion? Who is your prophet? Now, I know this sounds crazy, but if you're one of those people that have been trying to get information and you come across this, or even this. All right, take a listen.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Sister Layla Nashiba, the Managing Director and Founder of Sunnahfollowers Online Islamic University. As you know, we have classes every day beginning at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we cover everything from Aqidah, which is your belief system, to Seerah, which are the stories of the Prophet, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the story of the companions. Please join us every day beginning at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we are broadcasting and streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, DLive, Trovo, and Twitch. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Sister Layla live, Sister Layla live weekly for the show at the hour. Ask Sister Layla live, Sister Layla invite your friends and family, make it cozy. Ask Sister Layla. Open your eyes and look around. Open your eyes. See the very things that you read about coming true. Don't you realize the moments are near? Correct yourself in your affairs. He has made it crystal clear. These are the signs of the time.
Assalamu alaikum. Sunnah followers, new class, stay tuned.
Signs of the times.
Okay, Ina alhamdulillah, wa salat, wa salam Allah, wa rasulallah. Welcome everybody to our Signs of the Last Hour class. And I want to make sure a different server. Can you guys hear me on YouTube and Facebook? Before I go further, I'm using a different server.
Yes, we hear you.
Okay, good. Alhamdulillah. Okay, so this is the class wherein we are discussing the different signs of the last hour. And I want everyone to remember, even though we're going over the signs of the last hour, and in this case, we're speaking about when the world will come to an end. But I don't want anyone to become confused. I want you all to remember, as the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam enforced with the companions, especially when he started going over these signs with them, many of them became frightened and they were looking for the signs because that's how strong their iman were. You know, the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam let it be known to them. He said, don't worry about the last hour of in regards to when the world will come to an end. He said, because the last hour will come to each and every one of us when Allah has the angel of death pull the soul from our throat. So I want you guys to understand that the last hour will come whenever you die. So, and death can come at any moment. None of us knows when that time will come. No one knows what Allah has written for us. No one knows when Allah has decreed for us to die. So this is why the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam advised his companions to live each day as if it were your last here on earth, because you never know. You never know when that last hour will come. You can get up and leave out of your house to go to work, get in a car accident, and just like that, in the blink of an eye, your life is gone. You can go to school and get in a walk trip on something and fall and bust your head. It's over. So, you know, the last hour comes whenever the angel of death pours our soul from our throat. So even though we may not live to see the apocalypse, because you probably won't live to see the apocalypse, you will live to see what's leading up to the apocalypse, because many of the signs are already happening. And this is what we've been speaking about. The Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam detailed from A to Z, what would happen all the way up until that horn it has been blown. And he told us that what the minor signs were and what the major signs were. We are right now, all of the signs that lead up to the major are occurring. They either have occurred or are still occurring. And the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam taught us that should any of you live to see all of these signs happening, and he went over the whole list of them, know that the next of the greater or the major signs of the last hour will be the war against Islam. And that's where we are right now. The next sign waiting to happen, and it's already happening. To be honest, it's already here. The war against Islam, it's already here. It started with the Bush regime.
I'm just going to make it clear to you all. It did not start October 7th with Gaza. Gaza's the last part of the east where it will spread. The prophet said all the fitan that will impact this ummah as a whole, it will all begin in the east. And who can tell us what are those countries in the east in which the prophet said the fitan that leads up to what's going to impact every Muslim on this planet? What are the countries that it will happen at first? Who can tell us? Give me the names of those countries. I asked this question last week. None of you can answer, and I was so outdone at you all. Let's see if we can have a good day today. What are the countries? Can anybody tell me where the prophet said all that leads up to it will begin? Okay, Brother Merard type Syria. That's one of the countries. What else? What other countries?
You can hear me? We got Iraq, we have Iran, we have Jerusalem, we have Israel, which is happening now that we see on the news. We have Syria, of course, mainly the areas out in the east.
Good job. Good job. All the countries, Afghanistan, Turkey, Iran, Iraq, Jordan, Saudi, all of them countries. And finally, Jerusalem, is where Israel is today. Israel, the last, also good job. Good job. Let's not forget Yemen. Good job, brother. Keep it coming. My brothers from the Emirates are here. You guys are Arabs, so don't cheat. Y'all know the Arabic. But welcome here. Wa alaikum salam, Aki. It's good to see you. MashaAllah. I've been watching your videos. You're doing a good job, Aki. MashaAllah. You're the only one I know that's teaching what I'm teaching. May Allah bless you. I ain't gonna say your name because I don't need no problems here in America. You know what I've been going through here with those Ashari people, and I don't need that. So, but thank you. Thank you for logging in and tuning in. May Allah bless you, Akhi. And bless your family. Give my salams to your wife and your children. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. He's telling me, may Allah bless me here in America for teaching Islam and its truthfulness with the understanding of the companions. Inshallah, I will come there. Inshallah, I'll be coming to the Emirates real soon. Inshallah, that's where my sister, I got family there. And I'm going to be going to visit my family there. So inshallah, but may Allah bless you, Aki. I love your work. Just want to let you know, I love what you're doing. May Allah keep us all strong, and may Allah keep us all firm, and may Allah keep us all dedicated and devout to teaching Islam in its truthfulness with the understanding of those companions. And thank you for your support. Yeah, exactly, guys. All those countries, Allah already said, the prophet already said that the fitan will begin there. And the last part it will work itself to is what y'all see happen there. But yet he named the other ones too. We can't leave out Yemen. We can't leave out Somalia. Oh yeah. We cannot leave out those African countries that many people are leaving out. And by the way, it's been going on in that part of the East. That part of the East since the Bush regime. Exactly, since the Bush regime. Yeah, they kept it going. They kept it going over there in Africa because, you know, Africa is the continent that has more Muslims. And most of those countries over there are Islamic states, Islamic countries. And Africa has all the resources that the Middle East don't have. The minerals, the gas, and oil too, and all that other stuff. So it's been going on since the early 2000s, as the brother here is typing, since the 2000s in Africa. But it's been not kept out of the news. You know, the Zionists run the news. They want you to know what they want you to know. They want you right now to stay focused on Gaza. They trying to keep your attention on Gaza while you don't know what's going on in all the other Muslim countries. This is all the war against Islam. And all the people of knowledge know this. We can see this because we know those hadiths. And like the brother here is typing, he's teaching my class. He's typing in Arabic and in English. Yeah, he said he's going to teach this too. He's teaching Walla better. He's going to teach this too. But anyway, like he's saying, this has been going on. And it's true. And that's what I've been teaching you guys. And the people in knowledge know this because we see the hadiths. We know the hadiths. We've seen it playing out since the 1990s. It started playing out, with the Bush regime. So it didn't begin October 7th. It's been going on. And like the prophet said, it's a gradual process. The war against Islam is a gradual process, but it starts in the East. And then the prophet said it will spread to the West and the rest of the world, to the point where every Muslim living on this planet will be impacted. And there will not be any place on this planet that is not engaged in war, in this war. We call it WW3. It's the big one that they've been all waiting on. World War III. It's already in progress. Okay, so, and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us things that would be happening. First of all, he told us why. He told us why this war would happen. And who did he tell us brings this war? Who can answer that? Who's the one that will bring this war? Who is it that has brought this war to us? Because it's already here. Who brought this war? The non-Muslims, the Jews, the Christians? Who can answer? The Hindus? What's the hadith?
The Muslims.
Can you explain your answer? What Muslims?
He told us that at the end, all the nations will be against Islam. So, and Islam is the Muslims are fighting themselves. They have been fighting themselves for years.
But who brought the war?
We're killing ourselves.
Okay, somebody else. She's giving me all kind of answers except the one I'm looking for. She ain't answered the question. Listen to the question. Who started? Who's the one that brought this war? Who is the one that made this war happen? Is it the Christians? Is it the Jews? I want a complete, intelligent answer. Go ahead.
Allah is the one that brought the war to not only rid this world of those who have been doing wrong, but
okay, wait a minute. Okay, the first part. Let me walk you through how to answer.
Okay.
Okay, who brought the war? Give me your answer.
I said Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one that brought the war.
Okay, stop there. Who brought the war? Allah caused this war to happen. That's what you say. Who caused it? Who brought it? Allah brought this war. Period. No filibuster. Now my second question, because I'm going to take it slow so you can answer just directly without getting confused, without filibustering around like Anissa doing. Okay. Allah brought this war. And the prophet told us Allah would bring it. Allah would cause it. Now, second question. Why did Allah cause this war to happen? Why? That's the second part. And just answer that. Why did Allah bring this war?
To cleanse the earth of those who are corrupt and evil. That's one. And to make us accountable for ourselves, to show us that we are the ones that should be holding ourselves accountable for what's going on in
But
the world.
why did he bring it? Why did he bring it? Cause and effect. What happened to make Allah bring war to Gaza?
It's the deviation from that. They have disobeyed.
Okay, she's trying. I want to hear somebody else on the mic now. She's trying. And she knows how to answer. She knows the answer. She just doesn't know how to express herself. Mina, get in here and get on the mic. Mina, your answer is correct, but get in here and get on the mic and tell these people why. Why did Allah bring this war? And why, Halima? Why does he want to cleanse the earth, Halima? Why does he want to cleanse the earth of bad people? What bad people? Who, what, where, when, why? Who, what, where, when, why? Cause and effect. Anybody else? Why did Allah bring this war? And there's another famous brother watching me right now, and he's watching how I do this in English. See, they got to express themselves, Aki. Why? All these people in my Zoom room, get on the mic. Let's hear it. Geechee, you want to try it again? Try to tell me why Allah brought it? Okay. Why is he cleansing the earth? Why? You ain't giving me the reason.
We've chosen the riches of the life of this world over our being, over Islam, over what Allah has given us, this way of life, Islam. So this is the reason. Every time we disobey him, this is Allah's, punishment for us.
And we have strayed away from the traditional Islam. We no longer live in the traditions that our prophets taught us, along with the companions and those that came after. So the Lord destroyed us for that.
Any other comments?
Alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Oh, okay. So we have deviated away from the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and with the understanding that the companions had of this religion. Once we deviate away from this religion, this is what the cause and effect comes from, because we did not stick to it.
Good job. Now we got answers. Good job. Was that Mina? Excellent. All of your answers that time were good. You got to be able to put it out there. Get the real. Don't be afraid. Don't be apologetic. Just admit the truth. Own it. Own our actions. Why did Allah bring this war to us? Because we have deviated away from Islam and its truthfulness. We're not practicing this religion correctly. We don't even know the lawful from the unlawful. We're making things haram that Allah didn't make haram, such as telling women that they can't work in McDonald's because McDonald's supports Israel, but you can work in phone sex. Y'all got to get specific. Don't be apologetic. Bring the truth out. We don't pray. The mosques are empty. We don't even do Ramadan correctly. We don't even follow the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We look for local sightings. Where did the Prophet Muhammad ever tell us as a nation that we look for a local sighting to signify Ramadan? Show me the dalil. It ain't no dalil. We're doing our own thing. We're picking and choosing what parts of Islam to practice and what parts not to. We're just like the non-believers. We say we believe in Allah, but we have no allegiance to him. We have no allegiance to the Prophet Muhammad. We have no allegiance to this religion. We have no allegiance to nothing but the life of this world. Y'all got to be able to break it down like that. Y'all got to stop this memory. Y'all memorizing what you hear me say, but you're not understanding any of the points I'm making. Because if you were understanding the points I'm making, you see how you talk like I'm talking now from your heart. We don't even dress the way we supposed to dress. There's only one day of Arafat. We done made 3-4 days. We don't know why. We're angry. We're calling other Muslims kafir because they won't let us come to the Hajj and protest around the Kaaba against the war in Gaza. Come on, it's a lot of reasons why. There's a lot of reasons why Allah brought this war. We don't believe in his decree. We don't believe that everything good and evil comes from him. Y'all see how I'm answering in a different way than this memory that y'all doing? Y'all see how I'm answering a different way? I'm giving the same answers that y'all memorized, but I'm breaking it down in my words so that even a 6-year-old child can understand. That's what you guys are gonna have to do. You're gonna learn how to express yourselves. Another sign of the last hour. The people that know the truth can't speak. They got speech impediments. Or they second guess themselves. Okay? The brother here is typing God, Layla. Yeah, that's how you do. See, Aki? Americans. Your dawah was to the people in Europe. Mine is Americans. You see the difference, Aki? Americans got to break it down, man. Yeah. So it's a lot of reasons. You know, whenever we deviate, the Prophet Muhammad said, whenever we deviate from the traditional Islam, whenever we deviate from the true meaning of La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah, he said, expect for Allah to send war. Expect Allah to send war. So that's why Allah sent it. We are not living La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. We have no wala wal bara towards anything that we're supposed to. Y'all get it? And then the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that a lot of the signs will be happening. He said, if you see them happening at the same time, that's when you know that the war is near. What are some of the actions that will be happening at the same time that also show us that the war is near or here? Who can name some of them? Now, this should be easy. Just go. What are some of the things we talked about? That are the signs? Who can name them? What are some of the things that the Prophet said the people will be doing? Talking about us Muslims. What are some of the things that we'll be doing? And all these things will be happening at the same time, which signify that the war against Islam is right there on the brink of happening. What are some of the things? Come on, guys. This is easy.
What are women having babies out of wedlock?
Women having babies out of wedlock. Good job. Women having children out of wedlock. Children are born and you ain't married. Fornication and adultery will be abundant. What are some more we talked about? Come on. mind, all of you people, by the way, I got a lot of people in my Zoom room. I don't know why these people won't get on the mic. I don't know. What are some other signs?
Music will become widespread.
Exactly.
Drinking alcohol, female singers.
All that's happening. Music. They will make music lawful. Have we Muslims made music lawful? Oh, yeah. Okay. Muslim female singers. Are there any Muslim female singers that y'all know of? Yes or no? Can anybody tell me? Are there some Muslim female singers?
Yep, a whole bunch of
A whole
them. Muslims on the stage dancing, pop locking, and all kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, guess what, guys? I was watching Vampire Diaries. Check it out in the Emirates. It's on TV there. I was watching Vampire Diaries last night, and they showed a commercial. Some woman named Zainab. This is a Muslim woman. She's on Amazon Prime, and she's a comedian. She ain't dressed like no Muslim woman, and guess what she's doing? She's making jokes about Islam. She's called Zainab Beyond the Hijab. No hijab on. Look like she's Somalian. She looks like she's African. She has the African features. And she's talking about, yeah, you know, we Muslim women, blah, blah, blah. And everybody laughed. You know, being Muslim, blah, blah, blah. I mean, she has made a joke of our religion. And she calls herself a Muslim woman beyond the hijab. Signs of the last hour. Women making public spectacles of themselves. What else? Interest. Good job, Sakina. What else? Women dressed, but they're still naked. Good job. What else? What are some more signs? Come on, people. Come on. We went over so many. Y'all don't remember none of these other signs that's already happening.
With the animals, with people going to have the animals from their babies all the way on up.
Yes. People will transform into animals. That's happening. What else? A good job, Sakina. The breaking of the amana. The trust is lost. The trust is lost. Children being sexually molested. You can't, that's a problem here in America, Aki. You can't even send your children to the Muslim schools. Oh, yeah. Let me tell you what's going on here in the US of A. You put your kids in the Muslim schools here, and your sons are being sexually molested by men in the Muslim schools. Big problem here in the USA. Oh, yeah. Muslim schools ain't safe. Oh, yeah. Down there in Texas. You know what I'm talking about. I ain't got to say the names. You know. Oh, yeah. Right down there. Your kids getting molested sexually. So the amana, the trust has been violated. That's one of the signs of the last hour. You won't be able to trust anyone with your property, not even your children. What else? Good job, Precious. That's already happening too. One man responsible for many women at one time. Look how many women there are that are single, including myself. Hello, and I ain't soliciting. Don't need no proposals. Ain't happening. But even myself, women are single. And you will find one man, my brother, might have to be responsible, which he is, for me, my mother, my daughter, my granddaughters, all of that. One man responsible for 50 women. Oh, yeah, it happens. It's happening. The brother said the same thing over in the Emirates, too. It's happening. That's going on bad in the Emirates, too. Good job. What else? Good job, Amina. Women taking on the role of men. That's happening. We talked about that the other day. Look how many women are out working, providing and maintaining, while the men are sitting at home taking care of the children. So they say, as they play games or internet. What else? Good job. Good job, Precious. The mosques filled with women. Oh, yeah. Good job, Santisa. Making the things that Allah made unlawful, lawful. Making alcohol, marijuana, and intoxicants lawful. Good job. All of these things. Go ahead.
I was going to say the racing of the different countries are trying to outbuild the next tower, you know, like high rises and whatnot.
Exactly. Like what's going over there in the Middle East, in the Gulf area, rich countries, the Bedouins competing to see who can build the highest tower. We got Kuwait Tower, we got that beautiful tower in the Emirates, you know, then you got Saudi Arabia. They're all competing to see, and I think I think Dubai got the highest one. They're competing to see who can build the biggest tower. Just wasting money. Good job, brother, here. You know, money and no one to give charity to. Oh, yeah, that's already happening and still happening. You know, in certain places, everybody has money. You don't have anyone to give your zakat to that's in need of it where you are. So you send it overseas somewhere because the people where you are don't need it. Exactly. That's happening. The brother said that's happening where they are. They send it somewhere else because nobody where they are need it. Exactly. Okay. Imitating the kafir. Good job, Amina. Imitating the kafir in their holidays, their practices. Good job. So as you guys can see, these are just a few of the things that the prophet said. If you live to see all these things happening at one time, what is that a sign of? That's a sign that the war against Islam is very, very near. And also the answers the brothers here are given from overseas, you know, the separation. Exactly how we have divided into sects and groups. Muslims arguing and fighting and killing each other. Exactly. The labeling. Good job. Labeling. Calling each other kafir. Cursing. Cursing each other. That's what that Arabic word means. I know that. Cursing each other. Labeling each other. What else? Dividing into all the different sects and groups. Exactly. So all of these things are happening. Good job, Pamela. Racism, tribalism. We have reverted back to racism. We have reverted back to tribalism. There's no allegiance with each other. It's all about a flag. It's all about a country. Your allegiance is to a flag. Your allegiance is to a country. Your allegiance is to a certain part of this earth. We still don't understand what Moses tried to get people to understand, that the earth belongs to Allah. It doesn't belong to man. You don't own no part of this earth. We still don't get that, do we? Exactly. The change in weather. Good job, Sister Askiz. The change in weather. The prophet said, a person, you will experience all 4 seasons in one day. That's right here where I live. Right now, it's hot summer. But then at nighttime, it'll get cold like winter. Then in the early morning, it'll be like spring. Then by the afternoon, it's like fall. All 4 seasons in one day. So all of these things are happening. And the prophet said when they do, you're at the war. So we're already there. We're already at the war against Islam. It started with the Bush regime here in the late 90s, and it's still going on. But it's going to do like the prophet said, begin in the east first. Now that it done completed its turn in the east, now it's going to make its way to the UK. It's going to make its way to Australia. It's going to make its way to America. So get ready. It's going to be at us real soon. The next sign will be when those 80 nations, which are the United Nations, when they sign that agreement to war against all Muslims. That's where we at now. The war is already here. Y'all get it? The brothers here said, mashallah, sister. That's right. Okay. So today what I'm going to do is go over some more signs. And you can see that all these signs are happening too. So you guys can see we are already there at the war against Islam. It's already happening. What's going on in Gaza and China and Africa, Ukraine, and all that stuff, it's already happening. It's been happening. Okay? And the Zionists are not in control. This is all Allah's doing. He's in control. And he said that he will send the war when we do all these things. And he said the reason why. It's his way of cleansing the earth of the bad Muslims here. It's also his way of showing who the real hypocrites are amongst us. I'm sure you brothers, you sisters and brothers can see. The people of knowledge, we can see. We know who the hypocrites are. We would never use that word. We would never call the people out. But we can look at your behavior and tell who's sincere upon the understanding of the companions and who's not. And I can tell you, I don't see that many Muslims who are upon the understanding that those companions had. I see a lot of Muslims today that are on some other ideology. They're on an ideology that totally opposes what those companions were upon. That's why Allah sends war, so we can see who the real believers are and who the hypocrites are. All right, so here are some more signs that I'm going to go over, and let me put the PowerPoint up on the screen and make sure that for the kids that are here, and by the way, guys, please support our Dawah effort. You know, we are a nonprofit organization, and we desperately need money, guys, to keep paying for these streams and all the programs I use for us to go live like this. So please support us. You can scan the QR code, or you can Zelle. For those of you in America, you can Zelle to Layla at SunnahFollowers.net, or go to PayPal me/SunnahFollowers, or you can Cash App Sunnah Followers. Okay? Please support us. I'll keep that tab going. But let me put the PowerPoint on the screen here. Yeah. All right. Let me start with the Zoom people. Yes, if you want to join our Zoom room, it's www.SunnahFollowers.net, and that'll bring you directly into, click on join Zoom room, and that'll bring you in here, inshallah. Okay. For the people that want to come in Zoom. All right, let's put the PowerPoint up, and let me open it up. And again, all of the hadiths, all of the hadiths that I am using are can be found in Bukhari and Muslim, because I only use what you can't use against me. You got to know how to cover yourself with the people. Okay, so let's put did you guys see it on YouTube? I mean, on Zoom? Wait a minute, hold on. Can y'all see this now on Zoom?
Yeah, we see it now.
Okay, hold on. But people on here, I got the wrong thing I did. Okay, hold on. This is signs leading up. All right, here we go. Now, y'all see that? Okay. Slideshow from the beginning. Somebody mute whoever that is on a microphone in my website. Okay, so here we go. We're going to speak about some more signs that lead up to the war against Islam. And you will see that all these signs are happening as well. And we'll start off with the exclusive greetings and the widespread of trade and the breaking of family ties. Hello. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We have this wonderful hadith from Ibn Masud. May Allah be pleased with him. He said the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said just before the last hour, there will be exclusive greetings and widespread trade, so much so that a woman will help her husband in his business and will sever the ties of family. Y'all see that? There will also be false testimony. There will be concealment of truthful testimony and the emergence of the pen. So now, when you read this hadith, you may ask, what is meant by exclusive greetings? You guys know what it means here in America. It means that a Muslim will only give salams to people he knows. Isn't that happening? One of the brothers here, Brother Abdullah, he said he would go to the mosque, he'd give salams, and no one would salam him back because they didn't know who he was. Just like you and me, I go to the grocery store, I see a Muslim sister, I yell out, Assalamu alaikum, and they pretend like they don't hear me. They pretend like they don't see me. Isn't this already happening? Y'all see how the prophet said this would happen back in the 6th century. It was the year 660 when the prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said this. Here it is, the year 2024, and it's happening. You give the greeting of Assalamu alaikum, and the people don't respond because they don't know you. They only give salams if they know you. Also in another hadith, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, a man will give greeting only to those whom he knows. This is happening. And look at the other part. Look at the part about a man being consumed with his business and his wife is helping him and the family ties are severed. Now, isn't that happening? How many of you women are working and your husbands are working too? How many of you sisters tell me on a regular basis how your husband wants you to go out and get a job too, so you can help him do his job? You work and he wants you to help buy the food. He wants you to help pay the bills. That ain't your job as a Muslim woman. That's his job, not your job. But it's all about the fulus, the life of this world, the money. So he wants you to get a job too, so you can help him, so y'all can excel in life. Isn't this already happening? And who's paying the price? Our children. The women are not doing their jobs with the children of teaching them this deen, and our kids are growing up apostating. And we already talked about how truthfulness can't be found. Our children, we can't even send them to Muslim school and not have to worry about them getting molested sexually. False testimony. The children come home and tell you they were molested in school. You go to the imam, and the imam covers up for the man that did it. The imam will tell you, I'll pay you $2 million if you don't go to the police about this. And I'll send the brother back home to his country. The concealment of truthful testimony. Y'all see that? All of these hadiths are happening, and they're all happening at the same time. So yes, we are at war. Subhanallah. And also another sign, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said the standards by which people are judged and measured will become distorted. What does that mean? It means the word of a liar will be accepted and believed, while the word of an honest man will be rejected. Doesn't that happen every day in your Islamic community? And by the way, these hadiths are about us. They're not about the Kafirs. The Kafirs always been liars. The Kafirs have always been cheaters. The Kafirs never believed in Allah. That's why they Kafirs. All of these hadiths apply to us, our nation, our ummah. Okay? We're lying. The brothers that stand up on YouTube with those beautiful, polished, shaved, trimmed beards, with that eloquent accent and those eloquent speeches, they're telling you about the life of this world and talking a pretty good game. And they're the ones that's covering up the bad people in their communities. They're the ones allowing the child molestation to happen. They're the ones allowing the racism, allowing children to be turned away from an Islamic school because they're black in color. Subhanallah. And when a brother speaks out against them, they shun him. They call him the liar. And they push him off somewhere. Y'all see that? The standards are distorted. Also, the prophet said wealth and honor will be entrusted to treacherous people. We've given positions of power, positions of leadership to men and women who don't deserve it, while the honest and trustworthy people will be accused of being of betrayal. Isn't this happening in our Islamic communities every day? Also, insignificant men will speak about matters that impact all the people, but they will not offer anything but their stupid opinions. They will not base anything on what Allah said, what the Prophet said, and they will only guide people in the most twisted manner. Isn't all this happening? Let's take a look at it. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, there will come to the people years of deceit and treachery, in which the liar will be believed and the honest person will be disbelieved. Traitors will be entrusted with leadership, and trustworthy people will be looked upon as being traitors. And the Ruwaybida will speak. This is my hadith. And one of the companions asked, O Prophet of Allah, what is the Ruwaybida? He said, they are the most insignificant, ignorant people who have a lot to say about the world, a lot to say about matters of general interest, but they won't even know the basics of Islam. Aren't we living in that day? Don't we have Ruwaybida around us? You look around the world today, all these Muslim speakers, all these celebrities y'all think are scholars. I keep telling y'all they ain't no scholars. You thinking these brothers are scholars. They carry titles like Sheikh and Mufti, and they don't even know that a dating app is haram, that we don't date as Muslims. They are such good speakers that they don't know that protesting the war in Gaza, you're protesting the qadr of Allah, you're boycotting Allah. That's how ignorant and insignificant these people are. They can talk about the world politics. They can talk about a lot, but they're ignorant of this deen. They don't even know what La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah means. That's the Ruwaybida. Telling children that there's two types of suicide. One type is lawful and the other is not. Where does Allah say that there's two types of suicide? Where did the Prophet Muhammad say that you can't work at McDonald's? Where did Allah say we can't work at McDonald's? But it's okay for a woman to be a phone sex operator. Ruwaybida. They will issue fatwa. They will issue Islamic verdicts that go against what Allah says, that go against what the Prophet said, that are not of the understanding of the companions, but they are such good speakers. They're so popular that the people will follow them, not knowing that those people are leading them to the gates of hell. Now, y'all tell me if this is not 2024. Also, the Prophet said during this time, oppression and injustice will increase. Men appointed to maintain security and deter the wrongdoing will themselves be part of the corruption. They themselves will become the oppressors. They will beat the backs of the people. And this is happening in the Muslim world and the non-Muslim world. Listen to what the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said. He said at the end of time, there will be men with whips like the tails of cattle. They will go out in the morning, subject to the wrath of Allah, and they will come back also subjected to his wrath. These people are also mentioned in this hadith, where the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, there are two types of people who will be people of hell that I have not yet seen. Men who walk around with whips in their hands, beating the people, and women who have clothing on, but they're still naked. Isn't this happening today? Look at how you Muslim women are dressing. You wearing clothing that are tight. You can see the shape of your legs. You can see the shape of your behind. You got a hijab on, but it's tucked in. We can still see your breasts. We can still see your waist. You got belts around you. You're wearing bodysuits. Tell me if this isn't already happening. So here you can see, guys, I'm going to stop right there with just those other ones right there. As you can see, all of the hadiths that the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, if you live to see them all happening at the same time, know that Allah is bringing the war. So the Muslims today, we have to wake up. We have to stop blaming Israel. We have to stop blaming America, because America, Israel, they have no power. The power is with Allah. As the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, know this, that Allah said, if all the world were to come together to harm you, they wouldn't be able to raise a finger against you unless I allow it. And if all the world were to come together to help you, they would not be able to lift a finger unless I, Allah, allow it. You Muslims are protesting. You Muslims are boycotting. You're protesting the qadr of Allah. You're protesting and boycotting the qadr of Allah. You can't change nothing. You can't stop nothing. You're part of the problem. You are the problem. These hadiths apply to many of you. These hadiths apply to most of you. Most of you are living this. Most of you are following men who are ruwaybida, who are issuing Islamic verdicts that contradict what Allah said, what the Prophet did. That's why you can't find no hadiths on this earth that show the companions ever protested with flags and marches like you guys are doing. because the companions believed La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. When Allah sent down the command, when they were in Medina, telling them to fight the battle of Badr, that's when Allah sent down the verses, said, I bring war. I make it happen. And I make it happen for reasons. Go out and fight. Go out and fight in my way. Allah brings the war. The Quraysh were just puppets. Just like Israel is a puppet. Y'all got to put the power back in the hands of Allah, Muslims, until you do. Which you won't do, because the prophet said you're not going to put the power back in Allah's hands. We already know it ain't happening. But until you do, you're going to reap what you've sown as a nation. Hello. All right. So I'm going to stop right here. I better not see none of my students protesting the Qadr of Allah. Okay, I'm going to stop right here. We protest in other ways. Yes, exactly. How do we protest as Muslims? Yeah, let's ask that question. One of the kids here asked, how does Islam teach us to protest against injustice like this? How do we protest as Muslims? Anyone know the answer? Every Muslim should, but I bet y'all don't. Anyone know the answer? That's sad. Y'all see why that war is here? You don't know how to protest. Whenever we see an injustice, guys, what does the word protest mean? Do y'all think protest means to pick up a sign and march? Maybe that's why y'all can't answer. Or are y'all just mentally ill? What does the word protest mean? That's an English word. That's not Arabic. It's English. Can anybody tell me what does it mean to protest? Is anybody in the Zoom room? Did I disconnect from Zoom?
No, you're here. So for me, I thought it was just walking around with the sign. I never looked it up, so.
Okay, that's not the mean. Thank you for getting on the mic, being honest. Protest does not mean to walk with a sign. Can somebody go to dictionary.com? Can somebody open up on their phone or computer dictionary.com and give us the meaning of the English word protest? Protest means to object to something. Somebody at dictionary.com? A statement. Good job, Shams. A protest means to object to something. It can be a statement or an action expressing your disapproval or to something. So protest is just a big word for object. It means I don't like something. If I protest against you, if I go to a restaurant and they offer me fish, but I prefer chicken, I will protest. I can raise my hand and say, excuse me, waitress, I protest against this this fish. I prefer chicken. Protest is another English word. It means to object. I don't like something. I don't approve of something. That's what it means. It does not mean to pick up a sign. And this is the problem with most Muslims today. We don't understand our language, especially American Muslims. One thing about American brothers in the Emirates, write this down and tell y'all about America. Everybody want to come to America. The Emirates don't, because y'all rich. Y'all got everything there. But America has the worst education system in the world. Do you know that most American children graduate from high school and they cannot read, they cannot write, Most children, American children, if you give them an exam that entails reading comprehension, they cannot pass it. This is a fact. America has the worst educational system in the world. And also, America treats the elderly terribly. Those are the two things about America. That's why I tell you Muslims, don't come here. Don't bring your Muslim kids to America. You better keep them children over there in Europe. America's education system sucks. The kids don't know. They don't know the meaning of a word that's larger than 4 letters. If it's larger than 4 letters, they don't know what it means. Protest means to object to something. So I'm going to ask the question to you guys again. How does Islam teach us as Muslims to show our disapproval or our dislike for something? Can anybody answer the question now? How does Islam teach us to protest or object to something? If something is happening in your life that you don't like, what did the Prophet Muhammad teach us to do?
Prophet Sunnah taught us, if we see something that we see is wrong, we can speak out against it.
Okay, thank you, Anissa, for trying. Thank you. Somebody else. How did the Prophet Muhammad well, I guess I can go with her answer. Just get to the answer, Anissa. How did the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam teach us to show our disapproval of something?
All right, if you can't change it with your hands, then you try to change it in your heart. If you can't do that, you may do it.
Okay. Yeah, she knows the answer. She just, has a problem expressing it. I know. Good job. Good job. Good job, Anissa. That's our girl. She's 80 years old. So
that's right.
She's doing better than most of y'all. Y'all young kids. These young kids don't know nothing, Anissa. Anissa done paid her dues. Oh, yeah.
Right.
She's a survivor. She's a strong Muslim woman. She done been through the 60s, 70s, and all that crap. She proved herself to Allah. She's just sick right now. We get older. Can't help that. But I love you, Anissa. Good job. She's right. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, how did he teach us to protest? Protest is an English word that means, how do we show our objection? If we see something wrong, like she said, if we can stop it physically, then we try to do that. Can you stop the war in Gaza, guys? Since Allah brings the war, is there anything we can do to stop the war? I mean, let's get real. Can you physically, I'm talking about, can I physically stop the war?
No.
No, there's nothing what you gonna do? Fly up in the air and stop a bomb. What you gonna do? Run and jump in front of a bomb? So you can't stop it physically. He said, so if you can't stop it or change it physically, then you can speak out against it. You can speak out against it. Speaking out against it. You can do like you see a lot of the brothers doing. You can do like you see Sheikh Atlee doing. You can do like you see Jamali doing. Jamali spends all his life speaking out against the war. He's always speaking about the history of Palestine, the history of Gaza, that's speaking out. You can speak out. Or you can make dua. That's the way we protest. Picking up a sign, wrapping flags around you. Does that have anything to do? Is that how Islam teaches us to protest? Putting on signs, asking the men to stop the war. Is that Islam's way? No, because Allah tells us he sends it. So if you want the war to stop, you make dua to Allah. You ask Allah to stop it. You can make the public aware of the crimes that it's committing. But picking up signs, wrapping yourself up in flags, what is that flag for? Is our allegiance to a flag? Where's your allegiance as Muslims? Our allegiance is to Allah, to the Prophet, to the religion, and all Muslims. We don't have allegiance to no flag. We got Muslims who fought and died, proving that here in America, that we don't pledge allegiance in no school to no flag of America. I'm a Muslim. What's the difference in you people wrapping flags on yourself? Yes, that's where your allegiance is. That ain't where mine is. Plus, it's disparate treatment because those people are not the only ones that this war is impacting. You're showing favoritism. You're showing tribalism. What about the other Muslims? Where's their flags? You're imitating a kafir. See, this is how we blow it. We have to handle things the way the Prophet taught us to handle them, not the way the kafir do. The kafir protests with flags. The kafir protests with banners. Not us. Not us. We write letters. We talk about history. And we make dua to Allah. That's how we protest. Do y'all get it? Good job, Miss Jackson. That's the hadith. That's the hadith. Exactly. The way we protest is through letters, through speaking out, and making dua. Not imitating the kafir with flags, banners, and slogans. That's not us. The companions didn't do that. They spoke out. They wrote letters. And they made lots and lots and lots of dua. Am I right, brothers here? The brothers I got here from the Emirates, they said she speaks the truth. Exactly. That's how the companions did it. Until we take on their understanding of the religion, until we behave like they did, and until we adapt their understanding, it's only going to get worse, which it will get worse. All right. Any other questions or comments? Exactly, Pamela. Good job. That's how the companions rolled. They spoke out against it. They wrote letters and lots and lots and lots of dua. Exactly. Okay, any other questions or comments, people? People in Zoom, y'all got it? Good job, Anissa. Y'all got it? Okay, so tomorrow, just let everybody know, we have my class. No, tomorrow, the 6 o'clock class will be Dr. McBride. Okay, Dr. McBride will be here tomorrow. And then we have Sheikh Saud. Sheikh Saud will be doing the interpretation of the Quran. He'll be continuing, I believe, with Surah Ikhlas. And then you will have my class on enjoining good and forbidding evil at 9. All right. Okay, I want to thank everybody for joining and participating. Please support us. You know, we are a nonprofit organization. It costs over $2,000 a month to run this website with all the programs that we use, the streaming programs, and also the Zoom room that's open 24 hours. Yes, please support us, guys. We're desperately in need of your donations. And look at the blessings you'll get. Subhanallah. You know, for every Muslim that joins my class or listens to any of our lectures and learns one thing from us, you will get the reward, because it would not have been possible without you keeping us on, you know, the internet. We are one brotherhood, one sisterhood, one nation, one ummah. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, when you live to see Islam become strange. And those are the days we're in now, whereas Islam is strange. He said there'll always be a handful of believers that will try to hold true to Islam and try to keep you upon the traditional understanding of this religion. Inshallah, we are of that handful. Please support this dawah effort, guys. You don't want the innovators and other people to excel on the internet and the message of the truth is not heard. So please support us. All right, I want to thank the brothers here from joining me from the Emirates. Hello. My brothers from the Emirates, may Allah bless you all. And by the way, I love your dawah. Your dawah is off the charts. It's just like mine. Except you doing Europe, I'm doing America. MashaAllah. MashaAllah. Give your wife my salams too. Okay, guys, I'm logging out. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta. Astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.